Ramble video. So, there's a lot of background noise, so I'm not really sure how this will turn out. But I guess we'll see. So, I had my philosophy class today in college, and we talked about different philosophies by Dogen, a philosopher from Japan. And his different philosophies about time and moments in time, and kind of just how life is and how you perceive life. For example, if you are you right now, are you still you tomorrow? Or is the sun that rises today the same sun that rises tomorrow? And Dogen would say that each day brings a new sun. So today's sun is not the same as tomorrow's sun. And today's moon is not the same as tomorrow's moon. Which I think is an interesting philosophy. Because I think that we're all different people throughout our lives. And obviously, the moon and sun, though physically the same, today and tomorrow also have physical changes. I'm gonna start walking. So, for example, the sun today might have some solar flares that aren't there tomorrow, or they might be slightly different tomorrow. We can't say for sure that today's sun is the same as tomorrow's sun. And obviously, we can try to define that scientifically, but I'm talking about a philosophical standpoint. So, from a philosophical standpoint, what is your opinion on who we are in different moments of time? Do you think that we are the same person throughout our lives who just change by the circumstances that happen to us? Or do you think that we are different people in select moments throughout our lives? It's pretty interesting to think about, and I don't think there's one right answer. I think that whatever you believe is probably true for you. Sorry about cutting out earlier, there were other people on the track. So, another thing that we've talked about in my philosophy class is the aspect of goodness. What is goodness? And what makes a person good? I've thought about this on my own as well, and I think that... One sec. Which way should we go? I think we should go straight. Now, where was I? Right. I think that as long as you, as a person, are trying to be good and do the right thing throughout your life, then you are a good person. Now, another philosophy on that would be that you have to do all the right things to be a good person. And there might be a set rule of what right things are. And even if you try your best, if you don't do those right things, then you aren't a good person. But I don't believe that. I'm not saying I'm right. I'm just saying that that's my belief, my own personal philosophy. It's interesting to think about. So what do you think? I don't really know where this trail goes. I think I've been on it before, but it would have been years and years ago, so I don't really remember. Hopefully it loops back around. Sorry, more people. This is an interesting plant right here. I've noticed that the leaves if you take a leaf and you crumple it up and then smell it smells exactly like beans. I don't know why. Sorry I haven't done a video lately. I know that I said I was gonna start putting out videos, but my college kind of swamped me with work. And it's probably a little bit more important for me to do my schoolwork than to make ASMR videos on the internet. But I'll try to do both. Alright, another crossroads. What do you think? Straight? Or left? Let's see. I'm thinking straight. So, I'm never really sure what to say in my videos. So if you guys have any suggestions of like topics or anything, that'd be cool. I know that when I watch ASMR videos, whisper videos are always my favorite. And I really don't care what they say. I just like the soothing sound of the whisper. However, when it comes to me, I can never think of anything to say. Plus, I always like the accents, all the different accents of the people I listen to. Unfortunately for you guys, I don't have a cool accent. like I said, and there was one particular section that intrigued me. Dogen was comparing life to being on a boat adrift in the sea. You're surrounded by the sea, and all you can see at that moment is the sea. So, sorry, there's a loud bird. I'm probably gonna have to cut this. If you're surrounded by nothing by the sea, that's your whole world. The little boat and you adrift in the sea. So, of course, in ancient philosophy, especially ancient Eastern philosophy, they never really explain what they mean when they say things, so it's kind of left up to interpretation. I mean, there's a lot of, popular views on what they mean, but on some of the less famous quotes, especially if it's a philosophy class, you kind of have to interpret it on your own. So what I took from this is that your life is like you on that boat in the sea, and each moment of your life is like you being adrift. During that moment, all you can see is the boat and the sea around you. So you think that that's all there is. Maybe when you're in the womb, you think that that's all there is. And when you're born, you think that that's all there is. Or like in life, when you're focusing on an important deadline or an important thing that's happening, that's your whole world for the time being. And maybe after you die, there's something else that's all there is. Or maybe not, but either way. These moments are like you in the sea. At one point you might look out and just see water and your little boat. And then a little later on you might see land. And you'll see yourself in the boat and land. And so that's all there is. The point is that in each different thing, that's all there is for the time being. Just like life. This probably sounds really confusing. Well, hopefully you don't think on it too much. Or maybe you do if you want to, but hopefully this doesn't keep you awake trying to think about it. That would be doing the opposite of what I'm trying to do. Alright, this seems to be looping back around. I'm hoping it is. Because the gates to this park close at dusk and I don't want to be stuck here. Look at all these ferns. Remember, ferns are my favorite plant. Well, one of my favorite plants. So, yeah, I was also discussing Japan with one of the other students in my class, and he was saying that he was going to go on a study abroad probably next year, next fall, and see how Japan is, and see if he likes it enough to live there. Kind of like what I did, like a year or two ago when I went over. So I was giving him some advice and stuff. He's probably going to do the same program I did, which means that he'd be going to Hachioji, which is where I went in Japan, in case anyone was wondering. Yeah, so that got me thinking about my next study abroad, which would be a year-long one this time instead of a quarter. Alright, so this way, or this way. I'm thinking this way would lead me back, so I'm going to try it this way. Hopefully I don't get eaten by a wolf. A wolf who's pretending to be my grandmother. Although that would be a very odd scenario. If that happened to me in real life, I'd probably just assume I was dreaming. Also, I don't think I'd believe that a wolf was my grandma. Seems pretty obvious if it's a talking wolf. But I mean, hey, I'm not gonna judge Riding Hood. Hopefully I don't get lost here, because then you guys wouldn't get to see this video, and you know, it'd be bad for me. But I'm more concerned for you guys right now. Okay, I think we're back where I chose to go straight. Yep. Alright, so let's head back this way. Sorry, this video is probably going to be another really shaky one. Have you traveled anywhere other than your home country? And what is your home country? If you want to post that in the comments, I'd be interested to know. Another thing we were talking about in class was different kinds of meditation and what meditation meant to us. To me, meditation is, I'm not going to, so much a definition, but what I found meditative was when I was in Japan. I would sometimes ride the trains in the countryside, not really going anywhere, but just looking out the window for a few hours as the scenery passed by. It was really cool. I found that very relaxing and meditative. Do you guys have any kind of meditation rituals or anything that you do to meditate?